New creators are blowing up faster, easier, and bigger than ever before. It's not that you're untalented, and it's definitely not that you don't work hard. It's just that they're doing 3 things that most creators still aren't getting. So let's break it down. One of the biggest things I see that actually kills creators is overthinking. You watch all of these different videos with all of this different information, spreading different messages, and you're unsure which one to follow. One says post daily, one says post weekly, and then you see this other guy completely blowing up and he's posting 1 video every few months. It's super confusing and it leaves you unsure of what your approach should even be. From what I've seen, the actual key is it doesn't matter which strategy you follow. The key is that you pick something and you start moving. You can't steer a car that is parked, and you can't think that you're going to course correct before you've started moving. Start posting, get feedback, adjust, and that's how you actually find your lane. One of the absolute most important things that I see from new creators doing well is that they speak from where they are, not from where they wish they were or from where they're pretending to be. If you're a beginner, then speak to beginners. Share what you are learning, the things that you're struggling with, what you're trying to improve on. That is relatable. Look out for things in your life that are unique to you. Maybe it's a weird perspective that you might have, or access to something that maybe not everyone else would. If you can hone into these different little things that really make your situation unique, even if it's just a perspective that you can share, that's gonna really help other creators in their little creative journey. So try and not just position yourself where you think you should be to give yourself this authority of teaching other people, but rather just show your real experience so that other people can relate and grow with you. The new game, in my opinion, from what I've seen, is real and raw videos, but you gotta play the volume game as well. So I know I said it's confusing as to how much you should be posting, but when you're starting out, I think it is really important that you post in high volume. New creators are keeping it simple. They're batch filming, they're walking and talking, they're sitting in front of camera and explaining their experience. And because they're putting out more volume of content, they're learning faster, they're finding their audience faster, and they're course correcting faster than if you would have put out a slow pace of content. Smart creators know how much time it takes to create consistent, high quality content. And if you've ever tried yourself, you'll probably realize that the bottleneck of the process is editing. I created an editing agency called thecreatorlabs.co. We handle all of your edits for you 100% stress-free in the easiest way. You can shoot your video, send off all the raw footage, and within a few days you received a complete video. That's it. You can spend your time creating instead of wasting it cutting to give yourself the best chance of making it as a creator. And I would highly suggest starting this early on in your creative journey, just like I should have, and could have saved myself so much time. If you want to find out more, there's limited seats. You can check it out in the description right now. It's on like a 50% sale for the launch, and then we're going to bump the prices up to what it's actually worth. So get on it if you want to delegate that waste of a time task. If there's one thing for sure, it's that these new creators blowing up are not prioritizing things like gear over things like packaging. Sick new lens, cool. Camera that can shoot in 4K or 8K, awesome. But none of that matters if no one clicks on your video. If you want to grow on YouTube, packaging is everything. Thumbnails, titles, and topic of video. This is where your growth is actually going to come from. People get obsessive over creating the highest quality content that they can, spending hours and hours filming, and that's important, but then they forget the part where you should spend hours and hours on your packaging, studying thumbnails that work, studying titles that get clicks and improve virality within your videos. People will spend days creating the masterpiece video and then just slap a thumbnail and title on it only to make the whole video flop. Study winning thumbnails, study viral titles, and obsess over that first impression. Let's be honest, smart creators cheat, but they cheat ethically. They spend time studying what's already working, finding outliers on other people's channels or things that have already proven to be successful within that niche, finding other things that blew up and then making their own version of it. Now, of course, it's important to keep this unique to you, and what we definitely don't want to do is just copy other people's videos. What we want to look out for is packaging in content that's already been proven to be successful with other viewers. So it means that we can find things that we know have some form of interest, or they're about a topic that has enough curiosity about it to generate a high volume of clicks. We want to try and replicate the packaging in our own way, as well as making the topic kind of the same, and then produce something like that that is completely unique to ourselves. We want to analyze someone else's outlier video and then kind of figure out what about that packaging we feel made it work so much better than their other videos, and then try and replicate that ourselves. You as a creator don't need to recreate the wheel. You need to catch a ride on trends that have already proven to be working. So find proven ideas, put your own voice onto it, and post it faster than you think that you should. Try and think realistically about what the maximum amount of content it is that you would be able to consistently produce for your channel. Figure out what that is, write it down or structure it in a calendar format, and do your absolute best to stick to it. Whether that's one video a month or one video every single day, that's completely up to you. I would suggest that you figure out a happy balance of how you actually structure and create your content, so that it's not too extremely complex that it takes a high amount of time to create, but it still is effective enough with the value and everything that you have inside of it that you can create quite a consistent amount. For me personally, I do 1 to 2 videos a week, and I've been doing that for almost the last decade. Truth is, you likely don't need more information. You need more action. Start posting, speak your truth, package smarter, and steal like a strategist. That's what's going to get you up into the winning ranks of YouTube faster than anything else. If you want to see what the most effective way is that you can script your videos to increase your engagement, you can check out this video here. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one, and hopefully I'll see some of you blowing up. Let's get this.